Okay, thanks for jumping in. Let's get started. This is also known as a block level tag. If I have another block level tag, I'm going to introduce to you guys right here the paragraph tag. Okay, so I just placed a paragraph tag within a H1 tag, and as far as the browser goes, it doesn't really care. It'll render this, right? But if we want to check if this is valid, we'll go back to our validator and we'll do another check. So we have a couple issues here. So one, we have a bad value on ID. I left it empty, but we'll just call this, main, right? So now we'll have that error go away. And the one that we're looking for here is this one. So the element P is not allowed as a child element of the H1 in this context. So basically you can't put a P tag, because it's another block level tag, within another block level tag. So block level tags start on a new line and they usually are at the same level. I mean, as far as the browser goes, and as far as, respecting what you want to show visually, it will acknowledge that and it will actually just show up. So keep that in mind when you're laying out your content or your page, that there are rules to, keeping your code semantic. And since we've introduced the paragraph tag, I'm going to talk about its attributes as well. They're also global. It used to have this align just like the H1 tag, but that's also deprecated. It's no longer recommended or used in HTML5. And I'm going to use some Emmet to kind of show you guys where you could kind of incorporate, say, some block level tags. I've added an H1 tag here. I'm going to paste some content on the inside of it. So I'm just saying you can have only one of these per page if you're going for accessibility and SEO. We're going to add a paragraph tag, right? And then we're going to add 4 of them. And we're going to add something what's called lorem ipsum. So it's basically some placeholder text, give you an idea of what your copy would look like within a certain tag or an element. So I'm going to add the remaining H tags or heading tags. What I'd like to do is I'm going to name them numerically, but I'm going to have them start at this value 2. So it's going to start from 2 and it's going to work its way down. And then I'm going to add just some text, something between these tags. This is not HTML, guys. I just want to make that clear. This is literally just Emmet. It just saves me a little bit of time from typing out all of the tags and filling in the content. Do pay attention to just the output. If you're familiar with Emmet, then this will make sense. But if you're not, don't worry about this. This is not part of the HTML series. It's just I'm using a tool to help speed up typing all of the content that is needed. So once I hit tab, you'll see that it generated what I was trying to produce. And at this point, actually I don't need this one here, so I'm going to remove this one. But you have a main header, we have some content with some placeholder text, and then we have the H2, and then we have its contents, and so on and so forth. So let's just check this out in the browser. So here we are. We have our main heading on our page. Then we have a heading for like paragraph 2. So this heading belongs to this one and this one to that one, and so on and so forth. What you can do is something like this. Let's just say you need another H2. You could do something like this. So we now have a heading for paragraph 2 and have a heading for paragraph 2. But as far as like screen readers and SEO, this is still okay. This is still happy because we're repeating the H2 tag and we're giving it different information. Then we're keeping the order. So 1, 2, there are 2 pairs of 2, and then 3, 4, and we can go on to 5, 6, and so forth. But this works, and we can check this. If we go to our validator, we'll clear this out, and then we'll do a check. Now we get a warning for the language because lorem ipsum is not English because we set it here. So if we were to actually follow the recommendation, and then we do another check, it would be happy. So there are little caveats and things you got to do to make sure your validation is perfect. You don't have any errors. But for this demonstration, I wouldn't really even do this. I just keep it in English because lorem ipsum is placeholder text. But if you wanted to pass validation, you'd have to adjust that. But as you can see, there's nothing wrong with putting 2 levels of H2 within your body or your main page or your view. So you can have as many H2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s and 6s on your document at whatever level you want to nest them at. But it's recommended to have 1 H1 per page. And the rules that I said before, those all apply still. So try not to use your H1 or heading tags to size you know, text, use like CSS or something else along those lines to do so. So that's basically HTML headings in a nutshell. And I've also introduced the paragraph tag or the P tag, and we'll be using this further in our examples as well. And that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like the video if you found this useful. Leave your comments and thoughts below. Take care, and I will see you next time.